Yeah, so with the holographic image techniques, it will make it much more easier how to select the points and all. And yeah, and I will tell you what is exactly the concept of balance method, and we'll discuss about system 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and what are the upcoming webinars. Okay, and how many of you like anyone has faced, you need not to feel shy or anything. Whatever I ask the question, let's make it little bit interacting, so that it is little bit long webinar, so we will make it interacting. So I want to ask you a straightforward question, that how many of you feel confident with acupuncture, with acupuncture treatment? Like if you give the treatment, you know that it's gonna show the results for sure. How many of you feel that? And how many of you feel little bit not confident, like sometimes I get the results, sometimes I don't get the results. Sometimes, for certain conditions you see the results very long, and for certain conditions you see the results then and there immediately. So how many of you feel all these things? Let me know how many of you feel that. Okay, not confident, middle on the wall, 50-50. It's like maybe, okay, system one not giving results, no problem. We'll for some immediate, yes, I am confident, half the way. Okay, see, when you understand this concept, trust me, 100%, if you go according to the concept, what is exactly the concept is, if you follow those steps, 100% you will get the results. Okay, 100% you will get the results. If I'm confident about the point, yes, it works. When confused, even the results also delays. Yeah, you are getting confused because you actually don't know what is the concept behind. For example, if someone came to you saying that I have migraine, then directly straight away, if you go giving the point like liver 3, it may work or it may not. It all depends on the person. Yeah, because acupuncture is individualized. We are not treating exactly the disease, we are treating the person. Remember that we are treating the person, not the disease. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So these things make a little bit less confident. But I will assure you, when you understand this concept and you start doing this concept on the patients or on the friends or relatives or on yourself, then definitely you will gain the confidence, because the technique is like that. Okay, so for that, I will start the introduction by saying that this concept is documented in classical old text, and they say that it's Li Gan Jian Ing. What exactly is Li Gan Jian Ing? See, Li Gan Jian Ing is like, if you stand a pole, if you put a pole under the sun, how fast you see the shadow of that particular pole, that's how fast you need to see the results when you insert the needle inside the body. Okay, so that's how fast you have to see the results. It means in seconds of time, in minutes of time, you put the needle and you have to see the results. That's what all this concept, this balance method concept is based on, this Li Gan Jian Ying. Okay, because people are in pain and they want to see the results and they want to get rid of the pain as fast as possible. Some like to take painkillers, some doesn't like to take painkillers, but as a healers we have to tell them to not to advise the painkillers or not to take the painkillers a lot whenever they get the pain, because it is only treating the symptom but it is not treating the root cause. And that is what famous for acupuncture is, that we treat the root cause, we doesn't treat the symptom. So they expect the results faster. If a patient comes to you and say that they have a pain of, like, on a 10, on a scale of 10, if they say that they have pain for 8 or 9, which is too much pain exactly, but with that amount of pain, with that intensity of the pain, if they come to you, they expect that after the treatment, when they go out of the treatment room, they expect a little bit relief, so that they don't think in another way or negative way that acupuncture doesn't work and it is taking a lot of time. I'm suffering a lot, so let me go and take a pain pill. That's it. See, that should not happen. For not that to happen, this method is like exactly to the concept that you put the needle inside, you have to see the results. When you see these kind of results, you tell me like how you feel yourself as a healer. If the patient says If your friend, if your relative says, I don't feel pain at all, I have gone to Dr. B last time, I have seen the results, I don't suffer with the pain now. So when you hear those kind of testimonials or feedbacks to you, you feel so happy, because that is what the healer wants, that he wants to heal the body of a patient, he wants to heal the symptoms. So these this exactly this concept is towards that. Okay, and this main concept focus only on external symptoms. You have to understand that it will focus only on external symptoms. Just this acupuncture 1 2 3 balance method, system 1 to 5. Okay, these focus on pain conditions. Okay, remember that. But however, we can treat any conditions with further other methods. In exactly in the balance method, we have like magical 12, magical 8, magical 9. We can treat more disorders, a lot of disorders, even the Zhang Fu disorders also. Okay, and distal points are used exclusively in all the systems of balance method. That being said, without using one local point, we can treat effectively. Like, um if a patient comes to you saying that they have a knee pain, we're not gonna prick the point, we're not gonna prick the needle on the knee. Remember that. It should be always on the distal end. Okay, away from the pain area, you have to treat it. Localized treatment with balance method is not recommended at all. That is not the concept of balance method. But away from the area you are treating it, that's what makes it miracles and little bit magical also for you. Like, how does that work? Like, I prick the needle on the knee, I am not pricking the needle on the knee, but I see the results that the knee pain is gone away. So that's what it is all about. Okay, and balance method results in the rapid shift of the body into a state of equilibrium. Okay, you might be thinking, if I'm not treating, if I'm not putting on the needles on the knee for the knee pain, then how it is making relief from the symptoms or from the condition, how that is happening? Because see, we say that in TCM way, or in traditional Chinese medicine or acupuncture way, in theories, we say that if there is a blockage of energy which is there in the meridians, which will cause imbalance of energies, and that leads to the conditions day by day if you're not treating it. So what we are doing it, we are relieving that the blockage of energy or imbalance of energy by balancing these meridians. Okay, that's how it works. So that is going to happen, the rapid shift of the body. We are putting the whole body into a balanced state, in an equilibrium state, so that the flow of energy, flow of chi will happen without any hassle, without any blockages. So when that happens, the body is kept in the healing phase. When the healing phase comes, that's where the patient will feel much better. Okay, in the ancient text, the New Jing, the limb is regarded as the root and the trunk as a branch. Okay, so what it means that they say that the limbs, both the limbs are like root. Okay, that's the root, and trunk as the branch. So if you want to treat the branch, we can also treat from the roots. That's what this ancient texts say that. Okay, remember that. Only pain symptoms relieved, or others also? Even others also will be relieved. That's what I will tell you at the end. There is a catch how that can happen and everything. First, we focus on pain symptoms. Okay, generally we get a lot of pain symptoms, so we focus on that. But however, we go in deeper into a Zhang Fu disorders in the coming slides, and I will tell you at the end also what can be done for other conditions apart from the pain. So before I start, after this introduction, if I want to start about the imaging technique, before that, I want to just gain the confidence in you, in these 90 participants. I want to know that, I want to say you all that this balance method will definitely work. How we can say that is by these feedbacks. As you can see here, Dr. Akshata, she has done she has had acupuncture on her back spasm, and it had instant relief by 80% within a minute of the needle insertion. It was magical. And she also treated her husband for snoring, and snoring has completely stopped in 3 sittings. Okay, that's with magical 8 or magical 9, I guess. But the first one which is there, she has treated with master tongue and even along with the acupuncture 1 to 3 method. 80% of relief within a needle, within a minute of a needle insertion is amazing. Okay, and I have done this, like we had conducted a Zoom meeting and we have done that practical session and we have seen the results then and there. And we get another one, another testimonial feedback also, that one day I had a patient with abdominal pain right side due to hemorrhagic ovarian cyst. I followed the his suggested points, and pain disappeared in 4 minutes. Patient was wondering how did the miracle happen. So that's how, like a magic it has to work, because that's what the concept says, that Li Gan Jian Ing. The minute you put the needle, you have to see the results in the seconds or minutes of time. And one more we have with Dr. Swati. She has irregular menstruation with dysmenorrhea, and we can do that. We have treated that. I mean, she has treated herself with acupressure. She was not having needles, but she has done acupressure with the same points what we have recommended, or what exactly the concept has recommended. And she, within 3 consecutive days for 30 minutes, and she had she did not had pain anymore, dysmenorrhea pain. Okay, and with Dr. Bidya, it's the same for the ankle pain. On left wrist for 30 minutes, 90% of the pain got relief just in one sitting. Just in one sitting, 90% of the pain. Okay, and with Dr. Suraksha Harshini, and she also tried 1 to 3 balance method and used mirror points to treat her sister. And within 3 sessions, the pain gradually reduced to no pain, and now she can walk normally. Before, she was not able to walk, but she could able to walk. And next is with Ankan Das. We have 3 more. Okay, this is just to make you to gain the confidence that exactly what we are talking about. Okay, and Dr. Ankan, he has tried on his mother for like, she already had ankle surgery in 2013, and she couldn't able to walk a little bit. But after 15 minutes and daily routine household, she gets a severe pain in her whole ankle area and middle. So he selected these points which I have given, 3 young points, just 3 points, and after 2 sessions, 90% of the pain is gone. Okay. And next comes with Dr. Srilu. She also had on her mother, and she can see, she has noticed that her 75% of the pain is gone just with a one treatment. And last but not but one, yeah. So even Dr. Trupti, she also did, and she also got the treatment, no more pain results at the end of third day. And even Purva Jain, she also had 2 experience and she also shared it. So why I'm stressing you these all things is just because the concept is like that. And if you go according to this, exactly according to the concept, then definitely you will see the results. Those who say that I couldn't see the results, I will tell you, you have to analyze what concept you have done, whether the concept is right or not. You have to check it, then definitely you will get it. Okay. So that's about these testimonials to boost up your confidence and to make you to, practice more and more of this technique. So moving on, we have to talk about this anatomical meridian names, Chinese meridian names. So we know that there are 6 yang meridians and 6 yin meridians. According to this, like 12 meridians, 12 main meridians we are talking about. Okay, so we have these 6 plus 6 yang and yin meridians. Okay, let me stop sharing and share. Okay. How many of you know these names? How many of you know these names? How many of you know these names? Please message in the comment section how many of you know these names, so that I will not go very deep about that. Know it, know it, know it. Okay, cool. Okay, yes, yes. I know me. Yep. Okay, so if you already know it, then I'm not gonna stress more on that. It's gonna waste a lot of time. Okay, but okay, no. Okay, cool, no problem. We do have a people who doesn't know these names. So here, as you can see here, we have yang meridians and we have in meridians. Okay, so yang meridians are like it is highly exposed to the sun. Okay, it is highly exposed to the sun areas. Like when the sun is the sun focus, like sunlight is falling on your body, uh, if the maximum sunlight is being grasped by that meridian, so those kind of meridians are yang meridians, and a little bit inside those meridians are in meridians, remember that. And in yang meridians we have tai yang. There is no other way we can easily remember this except practicing it every time. So tai yang, shao yang, and yang ming. So tai yang, shao yang, and yang ming, like if we want to know more about this, let me tell you right now itself. Yep. So the Tai Yang is a greater Yang region, which is nothing but the the meridian is highly exposed. It's completely outside, okay, away from the midline. Okay, away from the midline in the sense like a posterior side. And Yang Ming is like an anterior portion of the Yang area, and Shao Yang is like a minor Yang region of the body, which is lying in between these both. Between the Yang Ming and Tai Ying, there is a Shao Yang. In the same pattern, there is a Tai In, which is very less exposed to the sun, and we have Shao In, which is posterior part of the in areas, posterior part of the in areas, and we have the Juin, which is between the Tai In and Shao In. Okay, and this each Tai Yang is divided into two, Shao Yang is divided into two, Yang Min is divided into two, which is a hand meridian and one is a foot meridian. Even in meridians also, one is divided into the hand meridian and in meridian, which is nothing but like hand Yang Ming means this large intestine. Okay, and if it's a foot Yang Ming means a stomach channel. So like that, 12 channels, 12 main meridians will be covered with these anatomical names. Okay, so those who are very new to these names, no need to get worried that I don't know the name, so can I move forward with this PowerPoint or not? Nothing like that. Just remember that concept, how the concept works, then everything is fine. Later you can read or study or get mastery over this Taiyang, Shaoyin, Shaoyangs and all. Okay, so these are the names. Okay, pinyin names, we call it as a pinyin names, which is a Chinese names. You have to know these names. Okay, if you know as a healer or as a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, if you know that bladder meridian, stomach meridian, so that's a modern kind of way. But if you are into a traditional thing, and if you want to explain to the patient like why that meridian is called this, why this is that, and for that reason you have to know this. And to know exactly the concept, what is balance method, you have to know these names. Without these names you cannot learn this whole balance method concept. And next we'll talk about um, mirror images. Okay, images or mirror images or reverse mirror images, we're going to talk about that. So what exactly these mirror images are, or reverse mirror images, what exactly it is? See, our body has image, like for an example, this right hand exactly looks like a left hand, we know that. Okay, in the same way left limb looks like a right limb, we also know that. But even the upper limb, when we compare it with the lower limb, it has an image. Like for example, if you can see the mirror here, the shoulder is like a hip joint, then the biceps is like a thigh, elbow joint is like a knee, forearm is like a leg, lower leg, ankle is like a wrist, the palm is like a sole. Okay, so that's a mirror image. And if you want to know about the reverse mirror image, nothing but you have to make upside down any one limb. Okay, so when you make the mirror image of these limbs upside down, which is reverse mirror image, then the hip mirror will goes to the fingers. Okay, then the thigh will goes to the upper arm, lower arm. Knee exactly the same. Even if you put it in a mirror or reverse mirror image, it's the same, it's a elbow joint. Even the lower leg, leg will become the biceps. Okay, upper arm. And ankle will become ankle area, and this toe and this dorsal area will become shoulder image. Okay, so that's an image of these limbs, upper limb and the lower limb. Okay, most of you know about this. Those who doesn't know, you can put a comment, put a doubt, like if you have any doubt, you put it in a comment box, then definitely I will look after that. So what they did is, like, each limb they have compared to another limb, and they have made it as images. Okay, and why we have to talk about this image will be said in step 3. In the same way, they have also compared the whole trunk area. Okay, the head, the image of the head and trunk to the limbs, to the both the limbs. Okay, like for example, if a patient comes to you saying that they have a pain in genitals. Okay, they have a pain in genitals. So the image, according to the upper limb image, the wrist will be corresponding to the genital areas. Or if you take the ankle image, if you take the lower limb image, then the ankle will become that. Okay, in the same way, like if anyone comes to you saying that I have a neck pain, then according to the image, the shoulder, according to the upper limb, the shoulder will become the image, and according to the lower limb, the hip joint will become the neck image. So that's how you have to image it. You have to see the body in a kind of a image, so that that will help you. We call this technique as like holographic technique. Okay, because this is what the technique will make you to not to prick on that local areas, and it will say you to take always the distal areas, because this is a distal method. Okay, so remember that. So these images are that's why it is important, because it's a distal method, and that's how we can correspond the each joint to other parts of your body. In the same way, like how they have taken this head and trunk, the same way they have taken the head and trunk with the reverse image of both the limbs. Okay, so with the reverse image of the both the limbs, in the mirror image, I have told that neck will become, you can see here, the neck is becoming the shoulder and the hip joint. But in the reverse mirror, you can see the neck, it's becoming like a wrist and the ankle. Okay, that's the difference. What they have done is they have switched, they have changed the image, they have inverted the image, and they have done it to the upper limb. Okay, and next one is with the face, image of the head or face to the limbs. So which means that if a patient has a problem saying that I have a pain around my eyes, which is nothing but either you can needle on the elbow or you can needle on the knee. Okay, or if the patient says I have sinusitis problem, then you have to, you can go at the nose level, you can go to the forearm, or you can go to the lower limb. Okay, lower leg. So that's what this, and we have to also reverse this. So now where is that? nose level. Okay, so now the nose level has become upper arm and upper leg. Before, what it was? Forearm and the lower leg. But when we inverted the image, then it has become that upper arm and upper leg. Okay, so you can see here sinus level. Okay, this is the nose level. You can see here upper arm at the level of the upper arm and at the level of the upper leg, which is thigh. Or you can see here nose level, the lower leg and the forearm. So that's how you have to know these images definitely to know this distal method. Okay, and even they have not only taken the image of the limbs to the trunk or limbs to the head or face or whole limbs to the limbs, they have also taken image of the skull. Okay, scalp, image of the scalp towards the DU line, this GV line, we call it as governing vessel line. So they have also taken the whole this one scalp image to the back spinal image. As you can see, if anyone says that they have the pain in the cervical spine C3 or C5, then you have to check in DU 24 22. You have to check in the front side 24 22. Or if they have tailbone pain, then you have to go towards the base of the skull in the occipital region. So that's where DU16 will be there. So that's how we see the image. Okay, so that's about the image technique. Okay, is anyone having doubt at this point? Anyone has any doubt? Eyes, mouth, where will it come? Yeah, in the elbow region or in the knee region. Nothing, it's very clear. Okay, cool. So we can move on. This is another graphical representation of holographic acupuncture theory, which says like exactly like which image represents the another image and what is the image which covers the image, like a body of the image. Okay, how do you treat gastric? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We are talking about the pain conditions now. We're gonna talk about that in the end of the slides. Okay, end of this webinar. What about the flank region? Yeah, it's the same. You can see the image trunk, how it is representing. Like it depends, like for example, you want to take a upper arm image, like upper limb image, or you want to take lower limb image. It's up to you and the convenience of the patient. And mostly I will tell you it depends on the distal areas. Okay, if a patient comes to you saying that they have a shoulder pain, okay, and you want to treat the distal area, okay, shoulder image is like a hip image, but that is not, hip is not a distal area to the body. Okay, so what I'm gonna do in that case is I'm gonna do a reverse image. I'm gonna reverse the image. When I reverse the image of the upper limb, the shoulder towards the lower limb, then what happens? Like the hip, the shoulder image is becoming an ankle, and ankle is a distal. It's away from the body, so that's a distal area. So I'm gonna choose that one. Why you have to choose the distal? Because the more distal it is, the higher the Dechi sensation. The higher the Dechi sensation, the effective the treatment is. Treatment outcome will be very, very effective in that way. So can we treat front of the body by the head? Front of the body by the head? No, we cannot. You can treat with the face, but not with the head. This line is only for the back spasm, for back spinal thing. Okay, how should hold the hand and leg to find the imaging position? You need not to hold. It is everything, the image what you're taking is in your mind. Okay, you have to imagine it, that yes, the patient has a pain in the knee joint, so my image is going to be an elbow joint according to the holography theory. That is how you have to. You cannot say the patient to change the positions or anything because they are already in pain. Some kind of pain will be like if there is a movement, the pain will be too much. Okay, so this is in your head that you are thinking what is the exact image for this joint or for this area of the body. Okay, that's what. Forearm or leg, big area for nose or sinus. Yep. So there is no need for pulse diagnosis. No, in this we not gonna talk about the pulse diagnosis. Let me tell you one thing exactly why we do pulse diagnosis. If anyone knows why we have to do the pulse diagnosis, please put it in the comment section. Does anyone know exactly why we take pulse diagnosis? What is the main need to take pulse diagnosis? Any pulse diagnosis practitioners? What is the main purpose you're taking pulse diagnosis? Five element? Not exactly. Not exactly the five element. Why you take pulse diagnosis? To determine the yin and yang balance. Yes, that will also determine the yin and yang balance. To know the exact meridian affected with the pulse. No, with the pulse diagnosis, we're not gonna know exact which meridian got affected. We gonna know exactly which organ got affected in the Zhang Fu. Exactly. Mr. Rizwan has told we need to do the pulse diagnosis to understand internal conditions of the disease of the patients. And one more main reason why we take the pulse diagnosis or tongue diagnosis is because to prescribe the herbal medicines. Okay, to prescribe the internal herbal medicines. That's how we take it. Okay, and another method, like you want to know the diagnosis like Zhang Fu disorders, what exactly which organ has got imbalance. For that reason we have to take it. But in this balance method we gonna talk in system 3 about that. But other systems, mainly all these systems will focus on the meridians. How many of you agree that lung meridian can treat the lung organ? Large intestine meridian can treat the large intestine organ. Stomach meridian can treat the stomach organ. How many of you agree with me? To know the excess and deficiency of the chi in any organ. Yep, to know that. Yes, that's true. To know the status of Zhang Fu. Exactly, to know the Zhang Fu disorders. How many of you agree with me? Stomach meridian can treat the stomach organ. How many of you agree? Agreed. Yes, yes, yes. So which means that the meridians are connected to the organs, right? How many of you agree? Which means that meridians are connected to the organs, right? Yep. Cool. Yes. Not agree 100%. Okay, you can put it in chat box why you cannot agree 100%. When you say that if meridian is, we can treat the meridian along with the organ, which means that why you can't agree. We can discuss, no problem. Okay, but the main thing is that we are treating in the balance method for with the meridians. Okay, and these meridians are connected to the organs also, and we do have the systems which can treat the Zhang Fu disorders also. So according to that, do you really, if you don't want to prescribe the Chinese medicine or Chinese herbal medicine or any sort of herbal medicine, do you really want to do the pulse diagnosis and proceed? Or without pulse diagnosis, can we move forward with this method and give the same results or much more effective results? Can we? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That's what we can give the results. Even if you don't take the pulse diagnosis, even if you don't take the tongue diagnosis, we can do it. See, in some conditions, in a complicated issues where you're very confused that you don't know which meridian got affected, you don't know which organ got affected, you have to know exactly what is happening inside the body. For that reason, we need to know these pulse diagnosis and tongue diagnosis. We have to know that. Other than that, we can definitely do it with this balance method. Okay, so there is no need of pulse diagnosis for this method. That's what the whole conversation is about. So let's move on. Exactly what is the concept of balance method? See, balance method, we call it as even for pain management, no need to take pulse diagnosis. Yep. But to find out the root cause, you have to take the pulse diagnosis. But exactly as you said, for pain management, we need not to go for pulse diagnosis, and for balance method, we need not to go for pulse diagnosis. Okay. So the concept of balance method, the other name for balance method is acupuncture 1, 2, 3. What exactly 1, 2, 3 is? So 1, 2, 3 is like step one in acupuncture, one, step two, step three. So step one, it says that diagnose the sick meridian. What exactly it means, diagnosing the sick meridian, which is nothing but like if a patient comes to you saying that I have a knee pain, and you ask the patient, uh, find out, like, you have to tell the patient to point out exactly where you have the pain. Okay. And the patient says, I have in the medial side of the body, in the knee, sorry, of the knee. Okay, then you have to find out exactly whether the kidney meridian is affected or whether the spleen meridian is affected. You have to find out. Okay, because you know now where it is. And if you want to be very precise, you can tell the patient to point out, like show where is the pain. Okay, diagnosing the sick meridian. The other way how you can tell to the patient is show me the pain. Where is the pain? Where is the pain? That is the step one. So if the pain is on that particular meridian, that meridian is a sick meridian. So to find out which meridian is affected, that's what diagnosing the meridian is. Okay, Galaxy NX2. I don't know who are you, Galaxy NX2, but it will be a little bit disturbing for others and for me if you just scratch the screen with a line, because I will definitely come to know who is doing that. Okay, so it is done by Galaxy NXT. I don't know who is that, but please don't do that. It's disturbing. It will stop the flow, please. And step two is determining the treating meridian based on different systems. So we have 5 systems. So it is up to you which system you have to take. Okay, it is up to you which system you want to take it. You are very comfortable at system 1, you can take it. You are very comfortable at system 3, you can definitely take it. No, I want to take system 1 and 4 together, you can do it. No, I want to take 5, only system 5, I am not interested in all the first 4 systems. Definitely you can do it. The results will be the same. Okay, so the each system has each determining corresponding treating meridians. Okay, so it all depends upon your system, and that determining corresponding meridian will be based on the sick meridian. If you don't know step 1, you cannot move forward to step 2. Maybe sometimes the patient will say that whole knee joint is hurting. Okay, front, back, lateral side, everything is hurting. It means all the 6 meridians is involved. Okay, all the 6 meridians are sick meridians. So in that case, you have to have 6 treating meridians also. Okay, and the third point is point selection based on the mirror image and Ashi points. Okay, so you have to select the points. Step 1 you have done it, step 2 you have done it, so it's a step 3 when it comes to that. Then exactly what is the image. Okay, so knee pain, medial side. So what you're going to do, you are taking it image as a elbow joint, and from there you have to find out which meridian is passing. and corresponding meridian. And by how you can find out is like you have to press with your thumb finger or palpate that area and ask for the Ashi point. Remember, the most important point here is you are not finding the Ashi point on the knee joint. You are finding the Ashi point on the image. Okay, remember that they are already having pain. You find the Ashi point, they're gonna scream on the pain area, on the local area. You cannot do that. It can make the condition much more worst. So remember, you have to find the Ashi point on the distal area, on the image concept wise. You have to do it. So for each system, I'm going to give each example and I will teach you further. Okay, so that this is the main concept of balance method. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You have done all the 3 steps. You don't see the results. You feel like, no, somewhere I have done wrong. Then you have to analyze step 1 has gone wrong, or step 2 has gone wrong, or step 3 has gone wrong. You have to find out. And in step 3, if you don't find any Ashi point, you need not to panic. Okay, you need not to panic if you don't find any Ashi point, because even if you don't find Ashi point, you can treat it by the image areas, by the meridian which is passing on there. For example, if a patient says I have pain on the stomach channel in the knee joint, then you have found on LI11, LI10 everywhere, but there is no Ashi point. But you know exactly where is LI11. Okay, if there is no Ashi point, no need to worry. You prick on the LI11 and around it. That's it. Definitely you will find Ashi point. If you don't find in any case, then you can do that. Okay, so that's a step 1, step 2, step 3. Moving forward, point selection by finding Ashi point, and it is very important to find it because that's the sensitive spot of the body, and where the you can see that exact location for the exact point of maximal energetic sensitivity will be there. So the Dechi sensation will be produced there. So when you find this Ashi point and needle that will give you much more greater capacity than the painkillers. The Dechi is always about that. I give the needle, patient will sometimes jump or they say it's too much painful because the Dechi has been achieved. I say that is what we are looking for. The patient say, oh doctor, it's hurting. Yes, that is what I want. It has to hurt. It is hurting because there is a problem in your body. That's why it is hurting. So that's how you find it, and you will do that, and it can be reduced with much faster than the painkillers. That's what the point selection of the Ashi is. So system 1 is all about Chinese meridian name sharing. Okay, sharing the same Chinese name balance each other. For example, hand balances the foot. Similarly, foot balances the hand. Okay, we are doing this in the hand and the foot, hand and the foot way. Okay, in meridians of the hand balances the in meridians of the foot. Yang meridians of the hand balances the yang meridians of the foot. No need to worry if you're confused. We have a diagram here. This is the slide where we have told you like these are the Chinese names: Tai In, Shao In, Juyin. Okay, so if it is a Tai In hand meridian, it's a lung. If it's a foot meridian, it's a spleen. Okay, like that, it's a diagrammatical representation where you will easily understand. So in system 1, what we are doing is the hand Tai In will treat the foot Tai In. Hand Tai Yang will treat the foot Tai Yang, which is nothing but a patient comes to you saying that they have pain on stomach channel in the knee joint. Okay, forget about that. We'll take kidney channel because we have done for the next other systems, we have taken kidney meridian as an example. So let's take that. So patient came to you saying that I have a pain in the knee, and you have asked the patient like where exactly the pain is, and the patient has told this is where the pain is, and you have found that it's on kidney meridian. The pain is on the kidney meridian. So the corresponding meridian, so the kidney meridian is a sick meridian. So that's a step 1. And the step 2 should be the corresponding. So now the corresponding meridian according to the system 1 for the kidney is heart. Because kidney belongs to the foot Shaoyin. It's a Shaoyin channel, in channel. Okay. In channel. So foot Shaoyin can be treated with the hand Shaoyin. So that's how you can see here, these arrow marks will treat each other. Okay, so the heart channel is the corresponding channel for the kidney meridian. So you know now exactly heart channel is the corresponding meridian. So you have to find out according to the mirror image, the knee represents the elbow. And does the, I'm sorry again, Galaxy NX, Galaxy Next, I guess. If you do not stop doing scribbling on the screen, I have to remove you from the webinar. I'm sorry to say that I have to remove you from the webinar. So please stop doing that. As I told you, I'll come to know who is doing that. It's disturbing flow. Please, if you are not interested, you can just leave. Let others listen, or don't disturb my flow also of treating it, of teaching. Okay, so heart meridian, you have come to know the corresponding meridian is heart. Does you agree that the heart meridian goes from the elbow? Does you agree for that? Yes. The heart meridian goes from the elbow, which is heart 3. Okay, inside the elbow, the heart 3 is going. So that's the point where you have to find out the Ashi point. You can press on the heart 3, or you can press on different part, around the heart 3, and find out more Ashi points. So the Ashi point is the one where you have to needle, which is nothing but we'll come to the conclusion that if a patient comes to you saying that they have the pain in the kidney meridian, on finding out, diagnosing that kidney meridian is affected, then you have to needle on the heart meridian, on heart 3, around the heart 3. And in specifically for the system 1, you have to do it on the opposite side. Remember that, on the opposite side. So the patient came to you with the right knee pain, you're treating on the left elbow. Remember that it's always opposite side. If a patient comes to you with both the sides, then you have to treat on both the sides. If a patient comes to you saying that one side pain, then you have to always treat on the opposite side. Remember that. Okay, so the treating meridian is around the heart 3, and that's how you will find out. And you ask the patient how they feel, like you before needling, you ask them what is the pain scale, and after needling you can tell them to just get up a little bit and give the flexion and extension of the knee joint, walk a little bit with the needle, because they can walk because the needle is in here, so they can walk, no problem. And after that you ask the patient again, where is the pain. Sometimes the movement, the pain can be moved further, or it can change the location, so you will come to know exactly where is the pain. Then you can needle much more, finding out the Ashi point, or the pain has jumped to this meridian to some other meridian. Maybe it has jumped from kidney meridian to the spleen meridian. If the patient says now the pain is not here, but I have the pain in the back of the knee, says that bladder meridian got affected, then in that case, then the small intestine you have to find out, and that small intestine 8 will go from the elbow, so that will be the treating meridian. Okay, so that's how you will find out in the system 1. Always remember, system 1 is opposite side. To make you remember which side is what, like which system has which side, system 1 is opposite side, system 2 is either side, system 3 is opposite side, system 4 is either side, system 5 is opposite side. Okay, the odd number systems is always opposite side. Okay, the odd number systems is always on opposite side. The even numbers is always on either side. Both the sides you can do it, or you can take the side of the same side, or you can take the side of more Ashi point where it is there. Okay, that's about the system 1. So now who is new to this webinar, if you have any doubts in this system 1, please let me know. Till then I will drink my, I'll have some water. Doubt, yes, please ask me, what is the doubt? Clear, yep. Someone has a doubt, so please ask me what is the doubt, like you put it in a chat box. For face, which hand or foot? It depends which area of the face you have to do it. It can be left or right, doesn't matter. It's always about the limbs, upper limb or the lower limb you are taking for the image as a face. That's it. Which point to be selected? Yes, if the pain is there, then you have to select on heart 3 inside heart 3. That's the point where you have to either from hand or problem meridian area. Okay, you have to take from the hand. That's the image area. If pain on full patella, okay. So the patella area, how many meridians goes from the patella? It's a little bit close. It is little bit close to the stomach area, but actually the patella is in between the stomach and it's in the spleen. Okay, so you have to take both the meridians and you have to find out in between what is the corresponding area according to the image, and you are needling in between the large intestine, and you are needling in between the lung. Okay, from this area to this area, you're taking this area, lung and large intestine area, you are taking that image to that patella area and you are needling it there. Even for the numbness also it's the same. Even for the numbness also it's the same. Okay, even if they have the pain in between the meridians, sometimes it happens, okay, that the patient shows the pain area where the meridian is not passing from there. So you have to take the nearest meridian or you have to take in between that two meridians. That's the sick meridian, sick area, and you have to find out the image and you have to do it. Any more questions in moving forward, please? I want to move forward. If any questions more, let me know. When pain moves to another meridian, do you put additional needles to resolve new pain? Yes. Change the position of the old needle? No need to change the position of the old needle. You can add the needle to that particular needle, if the pain is moving from the kidney meridian, it has gone to stomach meridian. It never happens like that far from the inside to outside. It never happens. Just an example I'm giving. So stomach meridian, then you have to needle on the large intestine channel. You have to add the needle to it according to the pain area. Which meridian for the entire spine? GV, governing channel. Is there any rule to select the system, or we can use any of 5? You can use any of 5. In particular, if you want to know like which system you need to use for what condition, we have some other webinar for that. But if the pain is there, you can choose stomach system 3. It works the same like system 1. You can choose system 5. It works exactly